Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. Today I'm going to be making a holiday meal with Dollar Tree ingredients. I hope that you like it and thank you for clicking on this video today. I think we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and get my hair up in a ponytail and turn the camera around and show you what we got. Here are the items that I'm going to be using to make this holiday meal. We'll start over here with these crackers. You can pick any crackers. I'm going to be making an appetizer with the crackers and the cream cheese. And then here we have the potato gnocchi, some of the margarine, a can of green beans, some Parmesan and Texas toast. Then we have the seasoning blend, 1 package of sausage. And over here we have this looked so good, this hot cocoa cookie mix and some cookies and cream ice cream. You can use any kind of vegetable that you'd prefer in here. On my shopping list, I wrote down a green vegetable, but I did see they had this little jar of asparagus, so you could possibly use that in there. Other than that, peas. I probably prefer peas, but I think most everyone else in my house would prefer the green beans. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, and then we're going to wander on over here, and the last thing I want to mention is that I will be using some of the Dollar Tree spices that I have on hand. And here we have the oil, which is again optional because we do have the margarine sticks. So if you don't have oil, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to be using oil when I am pan frying the seasoning blend. When I'm pan frying the seasoning blend, because I think that that'll probably be a little bit better than that margarine would. So these are the items I'll be using. If for some reason I forgot something, I will mention that along the way. But hopefully I got everything pulled out. We're going to begin by making the dessert. I'm going to be following the instructions on the back here. These are really, really nice, these cookie mixes at Dollar Tree, because they don't require any eggs. They are just add butter and water in, and that's it. I think if you're in a if you can't get the butter or the margarine from Dollar Tree, I think you could probably do it with oil too. I don't think that that will be an issue. But anyway, so 1 tablespoon of water, 3 tablespoons of softened butter or margarine, and I'm just going to mix that up. And this meal is for 4 people, so I need to make 8 cookies. I may make an extra one, split it to be 9 cookies instead of 8, just so if I make a mistake or if one breaks in the oven or something, then I have an extra one. But I'm just going to get this mixed together. All right, I don't know if y'all saw, while I was doing the time lapse, I was having a lot of trouble getting this to stick together. Well, I reread the instructions on that packaging, and it says make sure that the butter is very soft or even slightly melted. So I should have done that, but finally it's starting to stick together, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it put on the cookie sheet. I'm going to bake those in my oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to be using my hands because I'm just feeding my family and they're okay with me using my hands. If you would rather use a cookie scoop, you can, or gloves, but I'm just going to use my hands to form the cookies, if you were wondering. The cookies are done. That took 10 minutes. I had the timer set for 10 minutes. The cookies are cooled down now, so we're going to go ahead and get these, woo! We're going to go ahead and get these ice cream sandwiches put together. We got 5 ice cream sandwiches out of that and a small amount of ice cream left. I'm going to go ahead and get them in the freezer so they don't melt away, and I'll pull them back out when our meal is ready to eat. First thing that I'm going to do for this main dish here is cook the seasoning blend. I'm not using all of it. I would say about half the bag. And for this, I'm going to be using the oil. Like I said, if you don't have oil, you have the margarine that we needed for a few of the recipes. So that's about half the bag. And then we'll save this half for another day. And here I'm going to go ahead and slice the sausage into discs. Here I'm preparing our appetizer. I'm going to make a cream cheese spread to put on our crackers. I'm only going to use about half the block of this because that's all we're going to need. If you would like to do it with the whole block, of course, do that. And I'm just going to be adding in garlic powder, Italian seasoning, oh whoops, let me put it lower so you can see, onion powder, and parsley. And I don't have any exact measurements. I'm just going to put some shakes in there. Okay. If I give you estimates, I would say for this half a block, I would use about half a teaspoon of the Italian seasoning and the parsley and a quarter of a teaspoon of the garlic powder and the onion powder. But I'm just going to shake it in there. There is our spread. The measurements I gave you all beforehand is pretty much about what I use. And if you like it herbier than that, go ahead and add more. I like more of a mild taste, so that's what that'll give you, more of a milder taste. Now I'm going to add these thin vegetable crackers around the plate here, and then our appetizer will be finished. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the fridge for a little bit because I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish the rest of the meal. The veggies have cooked, as you can see, very nicely, and now I'm going to go ahead and scooch them over to one side of the pan and take our sliced sausages, and I'm going to pan fry those up a little bit so they get a nice crisp on them. There. Okay, in the meantime, I'm boiling some water here, and I'm going to put the gnocchi in it, and it cooks very fast. It says on the package 1 to 2 minutes. I'm going to guess probably we're going to be closer to 2 minutes, but you can tell they're done when they rise to the top. And I want to hold on to the water, so I'm not going to strain it. I'm just going to scoop out the gnocchi when it's done cooking. Sorry about the noise. Alright, so I've gotten all the gnocchi out of the pot. Like I said, I want to save the pasta water. I'm going to pull I don't anticipate needing 2 cups of it, but I'm going to save 2 cups of it and then get rid of the rest because then I need the pan, because then we're going to put some butter in this pan and put the gnocchi back into the pan and get it nicely buttered and flavored. I'm going to also add a little bit of Parmesan into that and some salt, pepper, maybe parsley too. We'll see. That is about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just going to pan fry the gnocchi in there. Oh, while we're talking about that, this pan, I got a little, not distracted. I was working with the gnocchi and saving the water, and it got a little bit crispy. We're fine with that, but keep an eye on it if you don't like the burnt spots. To this, I'm going to be adding the can of green beans, and I'm also going to season it with some of my pantry seasonings that we had out earlier: salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and parsley. Now we're going to get some parsley in there. Oh my goodness, I opened the wrong side. A lot of parsley in there. Garlic powder. If you have other spices in your cabinet that you would prefer to put in there, by all means, put them in there. I'm just low. I don't have as many of the Dollar Tree spices as I used to, so I just want to make this fair and use Dollar Tree ingredients. And salt and pepper. Okay. And I'm just trying to get a little bit of flavoring. Oh yeah, the Parmesan. That's going to take me a minute because I got to open it. Gonna eyeball it. That's about 2 tablespoons to start. I'm going to move you over on a time lapse to the other pan, and we're going to put the green beans in there and just some salt, pepper, garlic powder to taste. I just want to mention that I drained them. All right, I'm just keeping it real here, guys. I started to stir this and it was sticking, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the pasta water back in. Hopefully they'll unstick that. And I'm also going to add a little bit to here to deglaze our pan a little bit. I would say I added about a 1/4 cup to each. I'm trying to get my tripod to stand up. Okay, there we go. You know what, let me get out, or I'm just going to use the spatula that I was using with the other one. Well, it's still stuck on there, but what I think I'm going to do, oh, it's coming off. I'm going to go ahead and add the gnocchi to the other pan like I was planning on it, and then I'll deglaze this some more and get some of the bits out, and I'm going to add the bits because those sound good. So I've loosened up all the bits on the pan with the gnocchi, and it actually looks like a nice, delicious slurry. So I'm going to be adding that to my main dish, which is looking great for some extra flavor. This is finishing up, and I'm going to go ahead and serve it up in this pan. I'm just going to clean up the edges of the pan a little bit, and I'm going to serve it out of this pan and not move it into another dish. Oh, I almost forgot. Then we will be topping it off with some more Parmesan. When I was cooking the gnocchi in the butter, I did add in another tablespoon of the Parmesan. All right, I think that is good. So this Texas toast garlic Parmesan is real simple. It is in the oven at 425 degrees for 5 to 6 minutes. I'm going to be flipping it to toast both sides, so I'm going to put it in my oven for 3 minutes and then flip it and then 3 more. And that's it. Then everything's ready. Unless I forgot something, but I don't think I did. Our complete Christmas meal. So we start here with our appetizer. We whipped up a cream cheese spread with some herbs and some of those little crackers. The crackers are really tasty. I like those. Those are good. And then the Texas toast. And then our dish, our main dish. And then of course we have our delicious looking, and I'm sure delicious tasting, ice cream sandwiches with the hot cocoa cookie mix and the cookies and cream ice cream. So here is my plate. The crackers with the spread is really good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with the classic cream cheese spread with some herbs, whichever ones you like, into it. I have not tried everything in one bite yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That was great. I really like that. It was fantastic. Do you guys feel like sometimes the Dollar Tree gnocchi has a little bit of a package taste to it after you cook it? Well, what we made today, it gets that, for the most part, gets that package taste out of it. I think it's because there's enough of there's so much other flavors into it that works really well. And also the pan frying them in the butter, despite so much of it sticking, right? Me personally, I actually do not like Texas toast, so I'm not going to try it and give you an assessment. But I will certainly try the ice cream sandwich. All right. I would definitely say make them ahead of time so that they can get frozen really well, because I took a bite of that and basically it smushed the ice cream out. And so I did get a bite and it tastes fantastic and I love it and it's delicious, and definitely make this for dessert. But yeah, if you can, prep it in the beginning of the day and let it get nice and hard in the freezer so that you don't squish the ice cream out when you eat it. And serve it right away from when you pull it out of the freezer. But it tastes really good. Oh, and like I said, I did try the cracker with the cream cheese spread. This tastes really good too. I don't know how you can go wrong with that, but that is my assessment of the meal. I highly recommend this one, and I would definitely be glad to serve it to my guests or family, both. So I'm just gonna come on here and say, I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will try my best to put another video out for the new year, because I would like to do a charcuterie tray. So that's the plan for next week. Hopefully I'll get it done. Other than that, I hope that you have a really great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you will like it, and I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.